Okay, let's dive in. Picture this. You've just landed in Ho Chi Minh City, that first hit of a new, really bustling Asian city. It's
So,
exciting, right?
oh, absolutely, that initial rush, but then almost immediately you start thinking, okay, how do I get organized? How do I navigate this, especially for business?
Exactly. And that's what we're unpacking today. We're focusing right in on Ho Chi Minh City for business travelers.
And a lot of our groundwork here comes from moveandstay.com. I mean, they've been doing this for over 25 years, right? Helping business folks, expats find places to stay, workspaces all across Asia.
Right. So they have this deep well of experience, specifically in Ho Chi Minh City, which is fantastic.
Yeah, invaluable insights.
So our mission really is to pull out the absolute essentials for you listening right now. So you feel prepped, confident, you know, not just like what socks to pack.
Definitely not just socks. We're talking cultural stuff, practical tips, making smart choices so your trip is productive and, well, actually enjoyable too.
Yeah, moveandstay.com has spent, like you said, decades figuring this stuff out. Culture, transport, where to stay, how to stay connected, money, local customs. It's a lot. We're hitting the highlights.
It really is amazing how often success hinges on these less obvious things. You know, getting it right culturally, being respectful. MoveAndStay.com's experience really shows that helps your business goals in the long run.
Okay, let's start with something foundational. Moveandstay.com really flags this for Vietnam relationships,
Yeah.
building those connections.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Their insights consistently point to how personal business is there. It's not just about the deal. It's built on trust, genuine connection.
So less transactional, more relational.
Exactly. They really advise taking a time. You know,
Yeah.
small talk isn't just filler. It's how you start building that rapport, sharing a meal, showing actual interest. It's seen as an investment.
Right. So probably not ideal to just jump straight into the PowerPoint then.
Huh, probably not. Patience is a big one here. It takes time to build that trust, and it shows you're committed beyond just the quick win. You're in it for the long term.
Makes sense. Okay, what about when you're actually in the meeting? MoveAndStay.com mentions communication styles. That could be tricky anywhere, but especially cross-culturally.
Oh, definitely. And this is key. MoveAndStay.com highlights how indirect communication can often be in Vietnamese business. Like a direct no, maybe not so common. It's about maintaining harmony.
So you need to read between the lines a bit, look at nonverbals.
Exactly. Body language, tone, maybe what's not said. Even a yes might just mean I hear you. Not necessarily I agree completely. It's a nuance you need to catch.
Wow, okay, that's crucial. So listening actively is paramount.
Totally. And decisions, often collective. So it might take longer than you expect back home. Patience, again. When you present, be clear, logical, and be ready for lots of questions as they work towards consensus.
And basic etiquette, greetings and things.
Super important. Respectful greetings, gestures. Always greet the most senior person first. A little nod or slight bow, especially with older people, is often appreciated.
And business cards, I hear that's quite formal.
It is, yeah. MoveInStay.com points this out too. Present your card and receive theirs using both hands. Make sure the writing is facing them. It's a small thing, but it shows significant respect.
Okay, both hands, got it. What about gifts? That always feels like a potential minefield.
MoveAndStay.com has some good practical advice. Small, thoughtful gifts. Generally good, helps build the relationship, but avoid anything too flashy or expensive. That could be awkward.
Right, keep it modest.
Yeah. And another key tip they stress, make sure people understand your business plan before the meeting. Don't just spring it on them, give context. And dress code. Modest, professional, no super casual stuff.
And it all ties back to that idea of respect, humility, saving face.
Exactly. Those are deep cultural values. Being mindful of that, as moveandstay.com's experience shows, just makes everything smoother, helps build those strong, lasting connections.
Okay, culture covered. Let's switch gears. Getting around. Ho Chi Minh City streets are, well, legendary. What are the options based on moveandstay.com's info?
Yeah, vibrant is one word for it. It can seem overwhelming at first glance, definitely. But moveandstay.com breaks it down pretty clearly. There is public transport.
Like buses.
Yep, buses are extensive, green and white ones, super cheap, like a few thousand dong. They mention Airport Bus 152 specifically, which is useful. They can get crowded, though. There's also a newer metro, but routes are still limited.
And a river bus. Sounds scenic.
It is. Maybe more for tourists, but it's an option.
But for a business traveler on a schedule, what's likely the go-to?
Rideshare apps, for sure. That's what moveandstay.com highlights as most practical. Grab is huge there.
Hmm.
Grab Bike, the motorbike taxis, great for traffic. Grab Car, even Grab Taxi, all in the app.
Any other apps?
Yeah, Bingies is another popular one. And the traditional taxi companies, Vinison and Malin, they have their own apps now, too. So plenty of choice.
Sounds efficient. Any safety advice when using them?
Good point. Moveandstay.com strongly advises. Always double-check the driver's details and the license plate against the app before you hop in.
Makes sense.
And maybe share your ride details with someone. Always a good precaution anywhere, really.
What about walking? Can you actually explore parts of the city on foot?
Oh, definitely. Especially in the central areas like District 1 or on Nguyen Hue Street. It's a great way to soak up the atmosphere. You find little parks, too, like Tao Dan for a break.
But you need to be careful, I imagine.
Yeah, pavements can be crowded. Traffic is constant. Stay hydrated. It's humid. Wear comfy shoes. Be aware of your surroundings. For longer distances, moveandstay.com suggests mixing walking with rideshares or taxis. They even mention some bus lines like Futa and Hana Tourist for maybe going further afield, and another service called Esatco.
Right, so plan your journeys. Okay, we know how to get around. Where should you actually stay? Accommodations key.
Hugely important for work, for relaxing. MoveAndStay.com, drawing on all their experience placing people, really stresses finding a place that supports both.
So business hotels are the obvious first thought. What makes a good one there?
Well, they're designed for business needs, right? Meeting rooms, business centers. But MoveAndStay.com warns they aren't all created equal. Location is critical near your meetings, good transport links.
And inside the room,
Definitely check for reliable high-speed internet. That's non-negotiable. An in-room workspace helps. And if you need meeting facilities, confirm they have them and they're suitable. Pays to research, not just book the first name you recognize.
and what about service departments? When would they be a better fit?
MoveNC.com often recommends these, especially for longer stays. You get more space, usually a kitchen, feels a bit more like home, gives you flexibility, maybe cook some meals, have separate areas for work and relaxing. Big plus after a long day.
Makes sense for an extended trip, so location is obviously vital for either option. What
Yeah.
questions should you ask yourself?
It really is that location thing. Ask yourself, like moveandstay.com advises. How close am I really to my meetings? What are the transport links like from here? Is the area safe, convenient? Are there shops, restaurants nearby?
And being near the airport might seem good initially, but could mean long commutes later.
Exactly. Or being right downtown might be noisy or pricier. It's a balance. MoveAndStay.com also suggests looking out for specific business hotel deals. Sometimes you find a good sweet spot.
Okay, settled in. Now, the big one, staying connected. How's the internet and mobile situation?
Essential, isn't it? MoveAndStay.com says mobile network coverage in Ho Chi Minh City is generally pretty good. Widespread 4G and 5G is rolling out, especially centrally.
But maybe not perfect everywhere.
Speeds can vary, yeah. So having a backup is smart. Most hotels, cafes have Wi-Fi, but reliability can be hit or miss.
So what are the solid options for staying online reliably?
Renting a pocket Wi-Fi device is super convenient. MoveAndStay.com mentions you can often grab one at the airport or shops in the city. Great if you have multiple devices or need to share.
Secure connection avoids roaming charges.
Exactly. Or another really cost-effective way, especially if you need to make local calls, is getting a local SIM card.
Easy to find.
Yep. Airport, convenience stores, phone shops. You'll need your passport for registration, though. They usually have tourist packages with data and calls. Just make sure your phone is unlocked before you leave home.
Right, unlocked phone. Key point.
Uh,
Because you need that internet for everything. Maps, messages, documents.
Absolutely. Plan it in advance. Don't leave it till the last minute.
Okay, let's talk money. Currency and payments. It's the Vietnamese dong, right? VND.
That's the one. And MoveAndStay.com strongly advises using Dong for pretty much everything. Some tourist places might quote US dollars, but you'll generally do better using local currency.
Good tip. Anything else about handling cash?
Get familiar with the exchange rate before you go. And try to get smaller notes really useful for taxis, street food, small shops. Also, some notes can look similar, so just take a second to double check the value. Count your change carefully.
ATMs are around.
Widely available, yeah. Just check with your bank about fees for using them abroad.
What about going cashless? Cards, mobile payments.
It's definitely increasing. Bank transfers, mobile payments are more common now, especially in the cities. Rideshare apps like Grab, you can usually link your foreign credit card, which is super handy.
And regular credit
It's
cards.
accepted in bigger places, hotels, larger restaurants, department stores. But smaller shops, local eateries, might still be cash only. Mobile payment apps are growing, but you might need a local bank account for some. Oh, and always ask if there's surcharge for using a card.
Right. And any warnings about currency exchange scams, how to avoid those.
Yeah, moveandstay.com emphasizes this. Only change money at proper places. Reputable banks, official exchange counters, maybe your hotel. Avoid the guys on the street offering amazing rates.
If it sounds too good to be true.
It probably is. Count your money carefully right there at the counter. Maybe look up what the banknotes look like beforehand, know the security features, trust your gut. If it feels off, walk away.
Okay, good advice. Let's shift to appearance. Dress code for business meetings. What's the general vibe?
Mostly, it's smart casual. For men, maybe a lightweight suit or often just a collared shirt and trousers is fine. Women, a blouse with a skirt or trousers or a modest dress.
Keyword being modest.
Yeah, avoid anything too revealing or flashy. Think professional but also comfortable for the heat and humidity.
Any cultural sensitivities to keep in mind beyond just business settings?
Definitely. While Ho Chi Minh City is modern, showing respect is always appreciated, so avoid super casual wear for important meetings. And if you visit temples or pagodas, shoulders and knees covered is the rule. It ties back to that cultural value of humility and modesty.
And dealing with the weather, it's always hot and humid, right?
Pretty much year-round.
Yeah.
So breathable fabrics are your friend. Cotton, linen, lightweight synthetics. Lighter colors help too. Maybe pack a light jacket or cardigan, though, because air conditioning can be fierce indoors.
Good tip. And maybe a light raincoat.
Always a good idea. Weather can change fast. Generally, if you're unsure, it's probably better to lean slightly more formal than too casual.
Okay, last big topic. Timing your trip. Moveandstay.com talks about the lunar calendar being important. Why is that?
Ah, yes. The lunar calendar sets the dates for major holidays, especially Tet Vietnamese New Year. And Tet is a big deal.
How does it impact business?
Significantly. Many businesses close completely for a week, sometimes longer. Travel gets chaotic flights, trains booked solid, prices shoot up. Even the weeks leading up to it, productivity can slow down as everyone prepares.
So basically, avoid traveling for business right around TED if you can.
That's the strong recommendation. Plan well in advance if you have to go then, or just schedule your trip for a different time. Even smaller public holidays can cause disruptions, so it's always worth checking with your local contacts.
Good to know. Any upside to being there during festivals?
Well, if your schedule allows, and you approach it respectfully, participating in local festivals can be amazing. Great way to experience the culture, build those personal connections we talked about. Just be mindful of etiquette and dress. Maybe check an events calendar for the month you're planning to visit.
Okay, great advice. So let's just quickly pull together the key takeaways from moveandstay.com for you heading to Ho Chi Minh City. Number one, build those personal relationships. It's crucial.
Right. Use rideshare apps like Grab or Bay to get around efficiently. Choose your accommodation wisely. Think location and business needs.
Sort out your connectivity, pocket Wi-Fi, or a local SIM. Use Vietnamese dong. Be careful with exchanges.
Dress smart, casual, respectfully, keeping the climate in mind, and definitely check that lunar calendar and plan around major holidays like Tet.
Absolutely. Which brings us to a final thought, something for you to maybe mull over.
Yeah, think about how understanding these subtle cultural points, the practicalities of a place like Ho Chi Minh City, it's not just about making your business meetings go better.
It's more than that.
It really is. It can genuinely enrich your whole experience. You move beyond just the business deal, and you start to get a real appreciation for the local way of life, outside the boardroom.
So maybe do a little extra homework.
Yeah.
Specific to your industry or things you want to do in your downtime.
Exactly. That little bit of extra informed preparation, it can make a world of difference, turning a standard business trip into something much more rewarding.